Welcome to our channel, where we bring you new stories each week. Today we have two amazing adventures for you, including an epic tale of friendship and joy from a world of floating sky cities and talking animals. First, let's dive into Tao and the Last Cloudsmith. Tao, a little lion cub with a heart of gold and ears that seemed to catch every whisper of the wind, lived in a world where the sky was forever painted with rainbows, fluffy clouds, and gentle breezes. He spent his days frolicking in the long grasses of the hilltops, chasing butterflies and making dandelion chains that reached all the way to the heavens. But one day, as Tao chased a particularly elusive butterfly, he heard voices on the wind. Whispers of a terrible drought, a dying world, and a forgotten forge. Most curious of all was the name Nimbus, a melody that seemed to echo through the very stars. Curiosity burning like a wildfire in his belly, Tao raced after the whispers, his keen ears straining to hear more. His journey took him up a steep hillside, where the air grew thinner and the grass gave way to sparkling crystalline formations that glittered like 1,000 captured rainbows. Above him, the sky blazed with colors he'd never seen before, a breathtaking palette of furious reds, electric blues, and strobing purples. Then he saw her. Seated cross-legged on a floating crystal platform amidst the chaos was a girl with hair like a tempest and eyes that flickered with lightning. "Oh, my stars and moons!" she cried, nearly dropping the miniature tornado she'd been carefully crafting in her palm. "A little lion! Up here in the sky realm?" Tao tilted his fluffy head, his big, expressive eyes wide with wonder. He'd never seen anyone make weather with their hands before. His innocent smile grew even brighter as he watched the swirling winds dance between her fingers. "Don't get too close, little one," the girl warned, though a smile tugged at the corner of her lips. "This is a very busy sky round. You wouldn't want to get swept up in one of my storms, would you?" Tao shook his mane playfully, his tail swishing back and forth like a metronome keeping time with the roaring winds. Before he could respond, a bolt of lightning crackled between her fingertips, making him jump back in surprise. "I'm Nimbus," the girl said, noticing his startled expression, "and I'm trying to forge a storm. Will you help me?" Without hesitation, Tao bounded forward, nuzzling against her arm encouragingly. He knew instinctively that this girl needed his help, and he was determined to be a part of whatever adventure lay ahead. As they ventured deeper into the turbulent skies, Tao's presence calmed the wildest winds, and his cheerful spirit melted away Nimbus's worries. Together, they soared through maelstroms of color and sound, braving howling tempests and dodging jagged bolts of lightning. All the while, Tao's boundless curiosity and infectious joy made even the most frightening storms feel like a playful game. Along their journey, they encountered all kinds of fantastical creatures, some friendly and some not so much. But through it all, Tao's playful antics and innate goodness won over even the grumpiest of sprites and the fiercest of windriders. His unconditional trust in Nimbus and his unshakable belief in the goodness of others inspired her to keep forging ahead, no matter how dark the skies grew. Finally, they reached the heart of the storm, a place of swirling chaos and deafening roars. Here, the very essence of the storm writhed and raged, a powerful force of nature both terrifying and exhilarating. As Nimbus raised her hammer, readying herself to forge the storm into something beautiful, Tao stepped forward, placing himself between her and the tempest. With a determined glint in his eye, he faced the storm head-on, his small body trembling with effort as he channeled his own inner strength into the swirling winds. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light erupted from Tao, enveloping the entire storm in a brilliant golden glow. The roaring winds stilled. The deafening claps of thunder soft to gentle murmurs, and the jagged lightning bolts transformed into playful sparks. The storm, once a raging beast of chaos and destruction, now calmed in Tao's presence, becoming a gentle breeze filled with warmth and life. As the sun broke through the clouds, casting a golden light on the land below, the people cheered, their voices echoing the joy that filled their hearts, for they knew that the drought was over and life would flourish once again. In the days that followed, Tao became a hero. His name whispered with reverence and awe, but he remained the same playful, curious lion, chasing butterflies and making dandelion chains with the same infectious joy. And Nimbus, inspired by Tao's unwavering belief in the goodness of the storm, continued to hone her skills, becoming the greatest weathersmith of all time. Together, they stood at the edge of the hilltop, watching the sunset paint the sky with fiery hues of orange and purple. Tao snuggled against her, his soft fur brushing against her arm. "Thank you," she whispered, a single tear escaping and tracing a path down her cheek. "You showed me that even in the darkest of storms, there is always beauty to be found. And for that, I am forever grateful." Tao licked her hand, his golden eyes shining with love and understanding. In that moment, they knew their bond was unbreakable, forged in the fires of 1,000 sunsets and strengthened by their shared belief in the magic of friendship. As the stars twinkled overhead, they stood together, ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead, knowing that as long as they had each other, they could weather any storm. And now our second story, The Legend of the Ember Knight. Once upon a time, in the mystical realm of Etheria, there lived a young wood elf named Ilara. Blessed with emerald green skin and hair like woven sunlight, Ilara yearned for adventure beyond the whispering woods that cradled her village. One day, while exploring the ancient heartwood, she stumbled upon a hidden grove bathed in ethereal moonlight. In its center stood a towering oak, its gnarled branches reaching towards the heavens like supplicating arms. Suddenly, a radiant light erupted from the tree, enveloping Ilara in its warm embrace. When the light faded, she found herself transformed into a majestic stag, her light elf form replaced by a noble antlered creature of twilight. Guided by an unseen force, Ilara the stag mooncaller trotted through moonlit glades, the silver glow of the moon weaving its magic upon her coat. She crossed babbling brooks whose waters shimmered with moonlight and leaped over moss-covered logs, their ancient wisdom thrumming beneath her hooves. Her journey led her to a clearing where a group of valiant knights clad in silver armor stood poised for battle. They were the legendary Order of the Silver Stag, sworn protectors of the Moon Realm. Their leader, the stoic and resolute Sir Kellen, turned to her, his cerulean eyes filled with intrigue. "You bear the mark of the Stag Mooncaller," he stated, his voice resonating with authority. "A champion of the moon chosen to wield the moon lance, the very essence of lunar power." With these words, Sir Kellen presented her with a magnificent spear that shimmered with the soft glow of moonlight. Its tip, a radiant star of silver, promised both protection and swift retribution. As Ilara grasped the lance, energy coursed through her, merging her spirit with that of the mighty stag. Together, they ventured into the inky depths of the Shadowlands, where grotesque creatures lurked and the very air seemed to hiss with malice. Laura's courage burned bright, her determination to protect the realm of Aetherius fueling her every step. However, as they journeyed deeper into the heart of darkness, the shadows grew stronger, threatening to consume not only the land, but also Ilara's own spirit. Doubt and fear crept in, whispering insidious suggestions that shook her resolve. Yet amidst the encroaching gloom, a faint glimmer of hope appeared in the distance, drawing Ilara forward. It was the fabled Silver Citadel, a bastion of moonlight nestled amidst the encroaching darkness. With renewed determination, Ilara rallied the Knights of the Silver Stag, leading them in a final assault against the forces of darkness. The clash of steel on steel echoed through the shadowed realm as the brave knights fought valiantly, their silver armor gleaming like beacons of hope in the encroaching darkness. Laura, spear held high, charged forward, her movements graceful yet deadly. The star lance hummed with lunar power, each thrust sending shivers of moonlight through the very core of the Shadowlands. Finally, as the last vestiges of darkness crumbled before them, peace returned to the land. The people of Aetherius, their faces etched with gratitude, hailed Ilara as their savior, her name echoing through the ages as the Ember Knight, the heroic stag who brought light back into their lives. And so Ilara's legend endured, a testament to the enduring power of courage, selflessness, and the unwavering bonds of friendship. Hey there! Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed these enchanting tales of bravery, friendship, and the magic that binds us all. Which adventure resonated with your spirit? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, where every week we bring you a new story to ignite your imagination. Until next time, may your days be filled with sunshine, laughter, and the warmth of true friendship. Until next time, farewell!